good.
I like how they're playing this. They're sitting really wide here. They're choosing Universe to flame here. They were not successful. They missed one hero flame in the previous game against Fear. So
we'll keep our eyes peeled for Universe.
They got 21 seconds here. EG's kind of getting close here.
They're trying to get in. Fear, I mean, the level 1 from Optic, like you mentioned, is just so good in this game. It's going to be really tough for EG. I don't think they can do anything about it. Maybe they have crit jaunt in, but this is, by the way, a crit puck, which is amazing. This is going to be huge. Optic, they only need to survive a few seconds longer, and that is going to do it. It looks like Crit can maybe try for the jaunt. He can't even go in, and that's it. It looks like Optic will be successful, and we should tell them as well. Now, this is Optic now getting up to Breast. So yeah, they know, they understand. PPD, Elusiorp going to jump in. He might jump through. He decides against it. PPD runs instead back up to the high ground here. Going to get chased down a little bit by Crit. No Elusiorp. He drops a ward, which will almost get dewarded if they have any sentries available to them, but they don't. They're going to rotate in mid now, and CCNC needs to be careful. He's got Shadow Wave level 1, so that'll keep him a bit more tanky and survivable, but he is getting tri-laned against here by these heroes, at least for now. My God.
They are definitely. There's going to be some all chat here, no matter what happens here.
Yeah.
I'm curious how this Dazzle core thing is going to work out. He gets a 60 damage perk at 10, and either Shadow Wave or Cast Range at 15. So hypothetically at 10, he could be pretty raw damage dealer. Maybe we'll see Deso, maybe a Medallion with Omni in trouble on the top lane though. Getting the heal off here.
Save him for now. They have a Slithering Crush in 3 seconds. Good body blocks from Kitrak. There's the Wraith Fire Blast. Slithering Crush is going to follow this up as well here in a moment. There it is. They need more damage. He's got no purification to work with. It was on cooldown for 1 second. And Optic, with the 4 random lineup purge, are going to get the second kill of the game as well.
Ooh,
oh, there it is.
The flame. There it is.
Now they're looking for Zai bottom. Stormhammer. They're trying to turn this around. Arteezy's got plenty of damage. He's got help with Fear as well, doing the auto attacks. Plus the telekinesis, so that'll be a secured kill bottom lane finally.
That's one of those painful moments where you're trying to pressure your opponents, they disable you within tower range, and the tower starts hitting you, so tough there for Zai. So it does cost him a mango on the top lane to secure that Universe kill on the Omni Knight, but every Omni Knight kill you get before he picks up like level 3 is super valuable, because you do not want to have to deal with level 2 purification keeping him alive. They're going to fight for the bounty rune. This is going to be an easy grab here for Optic.
Slithering Crush, they have the Fire Blast, not even needed. The Omni's going to get pushed back. I don't think they have enough damage. Level 1 purification, even with that. He also has Tangos to work with as a salve.
I think they could have gotten him, but I think PPD wasn't 100% sure if he would have Repel, so he didn't go for the Ignite. But I think they could have worked him down, just would have taken a lot of effort. Maybe just safer to back off.
And the Dazzle mid against one of the best Shadow Fiends in the game. This is not a tough, this is kind of a tough place to be in here for CCC. He's also getting land against Crit. The puck is mid. They're going to rotate the Kittrick Slaughter with the Slithering Crush, but Smell, I think, notices this, and they're going to back themselves away.
It's not even a bad hero, really. Dazzle's high base damage. He can nuke with Shadow Wave, so he can actually be competitive against SF here. Can do some damage to Crit.
He's taking a lot of damage. Like you mentioned, the double damage from CCNC does so much. Now Sumail will take a hit or two, and now CCNC is starting to find his footing.
Yeah, he's a little misused on the Poison Touch. It's got a really long cooldown now, so you want to use it when you're chasing people for a very long distance. But ultimately, I think Dazzle's going to be completely fine in the lane. And even once Shadow Fiend gets souls, he can still be competitive using Shadow Wave.
So again, I wanted to talk about this, but there were 4 randoms.
One of the other really weird things. Well, Bristleback going to get stunned a little bit. I mean, the randoms were really not that bad. They don't have anything that looks bizarre except for the Dazzle mid. I think EG's lineup is way weirder with a support puck. Like, what is that? Yeah. I mean, maybe support Omni Knight would make more sense, but EG's just looking at the draft and deciding that it's probably better to ensure that Omni Knight has levels in gold versus puck, I guess.
Yeah. It's very interesting. We've seen a couple of these support pucks before, but it's just so strange to see it. But in this game mode, anything can happen, honestly. And
yeah, we've definitely seen that aspect so far.
Especially game 1 was pretty crazy back and forth action. There's not that much. There's only 3 kills so far. Feels like there was more action in the beginning game of last game than there is now. And slowing things down a little bit perhaps for this particular game 2 matchup.
Do you have any mind game ideas? Why would they choose Universe? This is 2 games in a row now they've chosen Universe as the flame.
I'm not sure.
Does this reveal something? Is he the sensitive to flame player?
I feel like Universe, when you think about Universe, you think about this great offlaner, I feel like he can't get tilted as easily as others can, but maybe that's...
I mean, that's what it seems like, right? His play is so consistent.
Exactly.
That, and he's so good as well that surely he wouldn't be affected by that, but maybe that's the case.
Yeah, I mean,
over Arteezy, surely Arteezy would be prone.
Maybe they just feel like could kill Universe easier, but again, that's kind of crazy to think about considering he's an Omni Knight in the top lane. So
it's a lot to think about here. Could be a lot of extra bucks Optic gaining this game between the randoms and the challenges.
They've made so much money already just with one of the bounties completed. They're now trying for a second one on Universe, which so far they have been successful with. This is a great start. They're up 2-1 into kills. There's a slight net worth advantage. Meanwhile, top lane, Raid Fire Blast. The Fire Blast is going to come out as well. So they're crushed, but he's got Purification. He'll use it still rather tanky. tanky. He's going to get chased down again. Pycat, will they dive this? Wraith Fire Blast, Fade Bolt coming in. Telekinesis Kid Trick taking the tower hits. He's going to fall. It's a 1-for-1 trade in Optic now. I think they're still happy with that trade despite losing the Slaughter, but still, super noob, says CCNC.
Real strong words coming from CC. Somebody posted on that, put that on Reddit.
Yeah,
Come on.
That's a Reddit thread if I've ever seen one.
Very clear, unacceptable behavior coming out of Optic Gaming. How dare they? Super noob.
Damn.
So it looks like Slaughter now going to rotate to the offlane. Arteezy hasn't been pressured very much here. Zai's lacking mana, but he does have a Soul Ring, so he could do a bit of a long chase here, going after Arteezy. But he's also got a 10-stick wand, so that's just ungankable lane at the moment.
That's, especially against somebody like a Sven, he should be fine. He's got Warcry to work with as well. It is on level 1, but in the meantime, they will rotate this Kit Trick Slaughter down to the bottom lane. They'll try to find something here against Sumail.
Yeah, it looks like CC's actually having a lot of trouble last city right now, but Sumail comes in.
Shadow Wave coming in, the raises were there. He's got 24 stacks of Necromastery. Now looking for more auto attacks. They can't chase.
Yeah.
The Slither, rather the sprint coming out from the Slaughter keeps him alive. Then of course, CCNC just walks
and it looks
away.
like the SF does have just a companion lead now because he can double raise way more often than Dazzle can actually do Shadow Waves. And he's actually going to max Shadow Poison first. Kind of an interesting
that is very interesting. That's not something you usually see.
The duration goes up a lot. The cooldown goes down. It's just, it levels very, very well if you're a core. Is kind of what it's looking like.
And of course, we talked about potential items for him. You talked about Desolator, which I think after the treads, maybe he goes for. He does start with a Null Talisman, but I imagine that... I mean, sure. Desolator seems really good on
I'm not sold on the Deso. It's really expensive. It does increase your survivability. I think the obvious one is Medallion. He's going to buy at least a Medallion at some point. Most likely after the treads.
I'm with you there. They'll have a lot of minus armor. Kit Trick is only level 2, though, on this Slaughter. They'll try to find Sumail. He's invis. Slithering Crush is about to come out. They'll have it. The Shadow Wave. Sumail is rather tanky. The Ignite's going to come through. There's the Fire Blast. The Range Drop will block most of the damage. He'll try for the TPO, but he's not going to make it. He will get dropped by Kit Trick in the last second. There, one more auto attack does the job. Now can he make it away? The Slaughter gets level 3 off of that. He's going to head to the north. He's going to head back to this top lane, where Pycat is taking on Universe.
Trading hits here. And Pycat's got to be a little careful. He has maxed out his stun mostly, so trading hits is not going to be the best for him, especially because Omni Knight can just easily pop Purification. That's always going to be a bad trade against a melee hero. So tough lane for Pycat at this point. It basically forces him to have his support semi-nearby, even deal with the Omni Knight. Even though the first 2 lanes were a bit tough for Universe now, it's almost level 6 already. It's like an insane advantage.
Yeah.
So now Pycat is just going to constantly need help, most likely, to stay at a decent HP in this lane.
He does have Reincarnation, so the threat of him dying, or rather, he has the skill point ready for Reincarnation. So the threat of Pycat dying is, I mean, he might lose his ultimate for a moment there, but him dying and just dying twice in a row, I feel like it's going to be kind of tough for Optic to lose that hero. But again, like you mentioned, he is going to need help. Even with the Vampiric Ore, he might get dropped down a little bit.
Easily. Like, the lifesteal is never going to offset what Purify provides in terms of like HP and damage swings. So it's a tough lane for Pycat at this point. You do not want to trade your Reincarnation just to survive a death. It's you want to take a team fight or a gank where it's used to get you a kill, at the least. Crit might take a little bit of pressure here. Will we see a stun? Nope. Just trying to trade for runes, and he does end up grabbing the regen. Took some damage though, so it won't actually give him that much.
Meanwhile, Sumail is in the jungle. He's got a bounty rune. He's only up to 18 Necromastery stacks. The Stormhammer bottom. They have the dive going. Arteezy. He's got the God Strength. There's the Fire Blast. The Ignite coming in. The Weave will get dropped down, and PBD should be fine. Shadow Wave. Do they have Grave available? They don't even need it. It looks like Slithering Crush. And Sumail's dive is too hefty. Pretty much underneath that tier 1 tower, and the rotations come immediately from Optic to get that big kill.
Really good rotation there. With the level 4 Poison Touch now, it's doing 40 physical damage per second for 7 seconds. And the buff gets refreshed if you attack the hero. So they can keep this buff on somebody pretty much permanently if it's a solo hero. So until like Sven or Shadow Fiend get a BKB, they're going to be slowed very heavily here.
Right now, Arteezy's only got the Mask of Madness. The Poison Touch has gone again. He does have Warcry at level 3, so doing damage with the CCNC is not that significant. But meanwhile, Zai taking Ancient stacks, actually getting really low. Crit came in. But it looks like Zai will be fine. He'll finish up this Ancient Black Dragon. I think Zai all of a sudden is now top in the net worth for his team.
Yeah.
And Bristleback, when stacks, that's kind of what happens there, Purge.
Yeah, it's a very normal thing to do on Bristleback, and it's going to be great for him to have this because he's like the one hero that can deal with the Shadow Fiend damage easily. I mean, imagine if you have Bristleback really tanky in the front line, and he keeps hitting the heroes that get Poison Touched. That's another change with Poison Touch. It's like a cone spell now. You can hit creeps with it. Yeah. You can hit multiple heroes. So if you have somebody tanky in the front line like Wraith King Bristleback, and maybe Wraith King goes like Armlet Radiance or something, or maybe Bristle gets Radiance, it's going to be really tough for EG to stop those heroes from running at him.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get to that point. Armlet is going to be the choice for Pycat. The meantime, bottom lane, we have the quick buy for CCNC now with drums. That's going to be his item. Crit is taking a lot of damage from CCNC. Actually does a serious amount of work here. He'll jaunt through. Crit might just stay. No, he's going to jaunt instead. Poison Touch will come out, but again, they're not chasing him, so the buff's not going to get refreshed. And Crit should be fine. He is taking a lot of damage, but still.
He'll be all right. It's going to run out. He'll be fine. He can TP if he really needs to. He'll actually even steal a bounty ring. Kind of behind enemy line stuff, and he's still under leveled here, doesn't have 6, or isn't even that close to 6, but we'll be able to escape here away from PPD, no problem.
Gonna jaunt away. They almost were able to pincer him and get a Fire Blast or something off, but Crit playing the puck rather well, making sure he doesn't get caught out of position. Sumail has not really been in the mid lane for a while. He's just sitting here in the jungle. He is gonna go Veil, by the way, for the new Shadow Raises. I think it's pretty good.
Interesting. It stacks a little bit harder than it did before. I would say moderately harder than it did before. Crit in trouble.
He is about to get dropped down. They cannot dive the 2-2 tower, though. Zai was one.
He's got a good steal here. He's got the Hellfire Blast. Oh,
there we go.
Doesn't even need it.
Blows him up. Hit trick is destroyed, and now Zai's going to have to be the one to leave. As Universe is coming in, he's got Purification, he's got level 3 Degen Aura. The body blocks are coming in, and Zai is in some serious trouble. There's the Purification. Zai's got the Quill Spray stacking up. He has the Warpath, and they need to be careful. Sumail got really low. He has 17 Wand Charges. Zai thinking about going back in, but his team has left him. They already take down the tier 1 tower bottom. There's no reason for Optic to get caught there.
This is a very common move to put the typically tanky offlane hero in the lane that you're expecting your opponents to pressure, and then you let your cores do stuff in other lanes. In the meantime, CCNC takes the tier 1 tower in the safe lane.
Yes.
All of those EG heroes rotate to try to get a kill on the Bristle because of that overdive, but the smart thing was that Optic instantly ditched. As soon as they got that puck pressure and things didn't work out, everybody left, and Optic continued getting farm on the map. So they got a lot of advantage from that small moment of time.
A lot of space for Optic. In the meantime, though, Sven is still doing pretty well. Sumail, one more raise away, but he doesn't have enough mana for it. It was also a close range raise, so it would have been kind of tough. But Sven's huge.
That's what the play is all about, is can you get the triple raise off on people in the early game now? And with Fear nearby, with Telekinesis and a second stun of Wraithfire, like this is a perfect Rubik situation. Anytime you can steal another stun or another nuke from a hero, it's going to be just straightforward. And he's going to do that consistently because Wraith King's like the easiest hero to steal from.
Telekinesis, raise one. They're going to find a second raise potentially. Sumail, no, it's on cooldown. One more auto attack. He almost survives there for a moment, but Kitrak will fall to Fears. I think it was the Wraithfire Blast dot?
I think so, or the creep hit, but Fear could have easily used Fateful, but he didn't.
CCNC waiting, rifted bottom, a lose durable hit. He does have no Grave. Shadow Wave comes out. He hasn't skilled it yet either, and CCNC is in some serious trouble. Their Dream Coil comes out, and they're going to be able to get this kill with one more auto attack. Shadow Wave will come through. They're wasting a lot of their time, yes, but they will find that kill onto the Dazzle in the bottom lane.
Really nice catch there. That's one of the tough things about split pushing on a hero like Dazzle is that you're not naturally tanky, you're not naturally survivable, and his only solution is basically to run faster than your opponent. Yeah. If you're by yourself, that's going to be too hard. PPD does pop a smoke nearby, though. Grabs the Slardar. Slardar is not 6 yet, but they're going to check the jungle for RTZ. And on the bright side, Dazzle did a pretty good amount of damage to him. They do see where he is.
Kitrek's on the high ground. RTZ is about to run away. They need a Fire Blast. They need more damage. They have another hero coming in. That's going to be the Bristleback, but he is scouted by the ward on the high ground for the Radiant team. He's going to blink away. Good Fire Blast. Still hits the Ignite. Will follow up as well. He's going to be at the shrine. Now you got to back up if you're Optic. I don't think you fight this. There's a lot of heroes seeping in. PPD might be in trouble. The Lose Your Orb is going to come out. PPD is going to get cleaved down. They'll look for more. Double raise on his eye, taking a lot of damage even with his Vanguard. He has 13 Wand Charges. He will back up for now. Sumail is still chasing him, looking for more auto attack damage. They're going to have the Storm Hammer. One more auto attack, one more raise will do the job. Raise Fire Blast. They get the kill. EG, they're turning it around. CCNC might be next. Still no Grave. Crit's waning rifted. He's got the Dream Coil and 5 tickets as well. Sumail still chasing him down the raise. The auto attack damage from Crit. More than enough to get the kill. That is 3 dead for Optic. Diving too deep near that shrine, and EG turned it around instantly.
Really tough for OG, Optic Gaming for not having Grave. I feel like if they grave the Bristle back there, that Bristle could get like at least 3 more quills off in that fight, maybe buy him some time to live, but with no Grave coming out, he just goes down right at the start of the fight and it becomes this chase down the opponent's thing. That's the thing about having tanky frontliners. They have to be alive and they have to be difficult to kill, otherwise it's going to be really tough for your team once one of them falls. So a little bit rough there, but I can understand why CCNC hasn't bothered to skill it yet. He was, I'm sure, planning to do it at level 11, but maybe he should have sacrificed 1 skill point, another Poison Touch or Shadow Wave to make that happen. He could use it on himself. He could have maybe used it in that situation as well.
He's still, like you mentioned, he's going to get it at level 11, so he will have it soon, hopefully, but he's got to find some experience. And the big thing is, EG, not only do they take that fight, but they get RTZ involved, who's been farming like crazy, as you would anticipate from a Sven for EG. And these picks are starting to pay off for them, at least the Sven pick coming in for EG.
Absolutely. His top net worth, he's getting a little bit out of control. Podcat's not really able to catch up, but he's getting into some fights now.
Yeah, Talkies has got the CC&C raised up once or twice here, getting chased down. Zai might be able to get this kill. He's got a Vanguard, one more close spray, might do the job, one more auto attack, he can't get it. RT's in the back line, gets a double kill, blows them up, and he's looking for more. Universe is going to get chased down by Zai, rather they're going to do the chasing. RTZ, Shadow Wave up, he's going to get dropped down. Corrosive Haze, very nicely done from Optic. They will at least get that one big kill, but they will still lose 3, including Zai, who was getting chased earlier.
It's actually Weave that was lowering his armor that much. A huge bomb from Shadow Wave, and they got to defend this tier 1, but there's 3 alive heroes on EG, and they deal a lot more damage and in easier ways than a Dazzle and a Slardar together. But that looked like a terrible fight for Optic Gaming. Wraith King started the fight, his ultimate was still on cooldown for 80 seconds, and that's a dangerous place to be as a Wraith King.
Yeah.
They equalized a little bit. It's a 2k advantage now for EGs. The puck pick is the definer of Midas mode so far.
Yes, I think so. It's expensive for a reason. It's I think it was the most expensive hero in the game, or at least one of the most expensive heroes in Midas mode, which makes a lot of sense. You can see Crit, even as a support book, is doing some serious work here, Purge.
Yep. And by the time he gets Blink Dagger, is this it? No, it isn't actually. He's gonna go Tranquils first to give him a pseudo Blink Dagger.
Right. But he will be speedy. He can get some of those stream quells going. He's already been involved in a lot of these kills, I feel like.
Yeah.
Sitting at 2-1 and 4, so yeah, he's actually had a pretty big involvement factor for EG.
Fear as well. He's 3-0 and 3 right now. I mean, all the EG players have really good KDAs. The only person that's slightly struggling really is Universe and Sumail, but it doesn't matter anymore. That was just the laning stage stuff. But his net worth is matching the Wraith Kings now. So Sumail doesn't care what happened in the early game.
Yeah, Sumail he's in. Almost half of the net worth, of course. Sven, right where he should be. In terms of Sven, you want to be a couple K ahead of the next closest on the enemy team, and he is sitting at that point right now. He's working on Assange doing SNY, and we will see if he can get to that farm, and if they can. I don't know how they're going to be able to kill him in the future, especially if he gets like a BKB or something.
Well, they have so much minus armor between Dazzle and Slardar. I think it's definitely possible, especially if they do chain stuns.
Right.
Kind of depends on Wraith King as well. They've got some options here. They have some late game damage scaling. And even though they have like a mid puck or a mid Dazzle and all, they've still got Bloodlust. That kind of turns any hero into a core. And Dazzle's got plus 60 damage perk. He's actually going to hit pretty hard right now.
Yeah, he's got the medallion finished up as well, which is what you suggested. And they're going to hand it to Roche. They've got, again, they have Roche pay advantage medallion. This thing will fall pretty quickly. Not instantly, but pretty damn fast here, Purge. And I don't know if there's any way he can get here in time. They're TPing mid for Sumail. They have a couple of heroes nearby, but again, this thing is almost dead already.
I don't even know if they realize it. This is just the most perfect like Roche strat I've seen in a long time.
Arteezy, he's got the Blink Dagger. Can he get there in time? Pocket will take the Aegis. They're going to look for something first. They can't find it. Stun on it. 2 from Arteezy to cleave.
Oh, the damage.
The Grave comes out, and now Pocket will fall. That's Reincarnation. They'll take down 1. Can they get it a second time? Telekinesis is there. Pocket's in trouble. He might fall. He's got the Aegis. That's his second life. He's got 3 to work with it. CC&C is getting chased down as well. Kitra comes in with a big crush, but now Pocket's still in even more trouble. A double kill for Sumail. They took him down 3 times in a row. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
And he got jumped on at the start of the fight as well. Unfortunately, Zai not there at the team fight. I just don't think he was expecting it because it seemed like his team was going to grab it instantly. Yep. But they tried to take a fight, things got weird, and the important thing was Sven jumping in, cleaving and damaging like 3 heroes at the same time. It was incredibly impactful in that team fight. Completely ended at the start.
Arteezy started to do a serious amount of damage. I do think that EG knew because of this ward over here at the Sanctions stack, and they saw the team moving back towards the tier 2 tower together.
And then
that's probably exactly. And then you realize, okay, there's nobody farming on the map, or at least very few. Like Zai was the only one. They're probably in Roshan. Let's get there. Let's get going. Let's get this done together.
And ultimately, it works out for him though. Win a big team fight afterwards. 5k gold advantage now for the by far more traditional EG draft, except for the whole support puck thing. And they've got to rely on somebody to win the team fights better. I think it's going to have to be Zai here. He's got a Vanguard and a Pipe picked up. He's very survivable at this point. Now he's just got to worry about raw armor, I think. And that's why he's going to go for a Solar Crest.
Yeah, he needs it. Zai, he'll have some help again. They still have the medallion for CC&C, which would be nice. They'll weave each other up, and they're going to back up for now. They need another creep wave to come in. And this is where things get scary. Universe has kind of just been farming on his own in the top lane for quite some time. He's a Solar Crest now, and then of course Arteezy just picked up his SNY. So a lot of big items are going to come out for EG here in the next few minutes.
Yeah, on the bright side for Optic Gaming in the long run, Sven usually peaks around 30, 40 minutes or something like that. So if they go ultra late game, I feel like Wraith King could be extremely competitive with him, especially because he has a free lifesteal skill and a free crit skill. So it's like you kind of get 2 free items in the ultra late game. But getting to that point is going to be a little bit tough here for him.
Not going to be easy.
He's going Mouse
right now.
As well. Interesting build.
Yeah, I think maybe he wants to. This will help for his farm.
Yes.
But other than that, I mean, it's just extra damage.
And it's magic damage as well, so if they have a lot of armor, it'll be effective.
Yeah.
You could also get lucky and do things like interrupt blinks with a lucky Maelstrom jump or something like that. So there's definitely some good things about it, but he still doesn't have very much mobility himself, and that can certainly be an issue. Other than Bloodlust, of course.
Uh-oh, Zai needs to be careful. We'll TP out just in time as they had everybody rotating to the top lane. So both teams are going to take their enemies' safe lanes at this point and try to take some tier 2 towers out of this. In fact, bottom's pretty low already, and again, CCNC does a lot of damage with Pycat as well. So this tower is in serious trouble. In fact, I think it's just done. They have Cliff. They're not even going to use it. They don't want to. Pycat will take the tier 2 tower last hit.
No point to delay that for 5 seconds. They could save it for something more important. So Optic Gaming kind of still playing in the enemy jungle, similar as last game, but they don't have control of the other half of the map. So basically both teams just trading jungles at this point. But with Sumail being up here, I think there's a high chance he'll be able to take this tier 2 also, or pressure it. And with between BOTs and Blink Dagger, there's not the best lockdown of Optic Gaming. It's basically Slardar Blink, followed by whatever Ogre can follow up with. So that's a big advantage. Can they catch Fear?
He's got a Blink Dagger. Okay. He's gone already, and they're already working on the tier 2 tower. They'll TP into the shrine. That's Pycat, but again, I don't think they can contest this. Maybe they can. CCNC will TP in, and now they don't have everybody for EG, so they're backing themselves up. In fact, Crit will leave. Sumail is doing the same. Ortiz is already TPing in. Zai, he can't quite chase that fast. I mean, even if he is pretty speedy, it's not going to be enough, and they will be able to get out. But again, they don't take the tier 2 tower, so good job from Optic to get there and defend it.
Decent movements for them. Still losing the gold advantage, but it's getting a little better. Bristol changing things a bit, going for a play mill instantly, rather than the medallion into Solar Crest, and he's going to try to rush his Shivas, which I think is a good move here. Even if it doesn't give you the most damage compared to an AC, the important thing is that he wants a lot of mana, and he wants to reduce the attack speed of his opponents. And between Sven and Shadow Fiend, I think that's a really good plan.
Not to mention just kiting the heroes in general, trying to keep them away, especially something like a Sven kiting is a pretty important factor. Even Sumail as well. No BKB, he's going for a Linked Sphere. He went for the spell amplification build with the new level 10 talent. Along with it, he has the Veil to work with. He is sitting at 36 Necromastery stacks, and they're going to look for Zai again top lane. This time they set up, they've got the Dream Coil. Spell Steal will go. Stormhammer, the God Strength. This hero is almost certainly dead as they Dream Coil him down, and Sumail will come in.
Good. Fear blinks in, stuns Bristol to his face, hits him a bunch of times, and right when the stun ends, they lift him again. So RTZ basically, was it even Bristol back? I couldn't tell. It was,
I mean,
Bristol knows that. No, that was bad.
He died instantly.
So sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't even worry.
Not even close.
Midas mode. Unless Mr. Midas yells at you, then you're in some trouble. But for now, you're fine.
Well, I hope he wasn't watching. Hopefully he was using during. I haven't seen too much from Red King Skeleton so far. I've seen using it for agents and stuff. But ooh, blink dodge there by Fear.
That was huge. Fear is playing pretty damn well on this Rubik. I don't think he's 4-0-6 on his support Rubik. That is giant for EG to have a good game here.
Some good skills too. I'm sure he'd love to get Wraithfire Blast again.
Yes.
Possible, but
Quill Spray is nice, but yeah, I think you'd really like to have the Wraithfire Blast, or any stun for that matter. Slithering Crush isn't bad either.
Yeah, any stun basically. Something he can follow up with telekinesis gives him a lot more tools to make kills happen for his team.
Alright, so
pushing top in the meantime is almost
they took the tier 2. Crit is feeling pretty good. 1800 gold, level 13 as well. He has the 5 armor talent at level 10 just to stay alive a little bit longer. Optic are trying to push into the enemy jungle. They're in the mid lane for now. CCNC is going to clear out the creep wave, but it doesn't look like EG are going to get caught by this. There's a ward. Wraithfire Blast comes in. Fear might be in trouble. He's going to get crit as well. Fear telekinesis will save it for a moment, but not going to be long enough. Sumail also trying to run his well kit trick. He's got plenty of movement speed from the haste, but or excuse me, the sprint, but and the Bloodlust too. They can't quite chase him down. He's at the tier 2 tower now. Sumail will be able to get away. He'll blink himself out of trouble.
It was a great follow-up by Slardar. They knew that they were going to be able to kill Rubik. They just wanted the follow-up, but it actually took so long to kill Rubik that by the time he was done, Sumail was able to get out of there. So either way, still a great catch for them. Any kill when you're losing is going to give you a lot of gold. And also, because Fear was owning, that's a dominating streak, actually. Yeah. Goes to CC, and he's going to be going for a Hurricane. A little bit weird.
It is strange to see. I mean, what else? I mean, you talked about this later. You weren't sure about it. What else do you build on this Dazzle Life? Do you have these like core items? Well, apparently he's building Mjolnir. That's what he's building. So.
Okay. That's kind of weird because he's also got minus armor. But the cool part is that it's going to make him farm a lot faster, push waves more rapidly.
Right.
And again, with Sven Warcry, he's not going to have to worry about Because if they go all in on this minus armor stuff and their opponents just build a lot of armor items, they don't do damage anyways.
We've seen this movie before. If Zai getting caught, he will drop the pipe just to make sure he can survive. He is very tanky. So 3 cars well down to 1. There's Dream Coil, Lucio. They're going to jump in. Here's Pycat, 1 crit. Universe is down, but where's the all chat? They haven't used it yet. They need to now, otherwise they're going to lose out on this bounty. Zai will drop though. It'll be a 2-for-1 trade for Sumail getting the mega kill spree. That is huge. They almost turned it there though for Optic, but looks like they're going to find more. PPD's going to get caught. RTZ got strength. He's got the Stormhammer, more than enough damage to get that kill. And suddenly it's a 3-for-1 trade across the map.
I think they completely forgot about the challenge. Bad manners are just not in Optic Gaming's playbook.
It's so different than last game.
It's not something that comes naturally, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
This game's a big deal for EG here. They lost the first game. They need to win this one. I mean, Optic Gaming is definitely kind of throwing this one to the wind a little bit when they picked 4 randoms, but because they're clearly just trying to pad the Moonbuck bank. But well, I think it's pretty safe to say they messed up their challenge. They forgot.
Yeah, they really forgot. I don't know what the timer is for that, but I'm sure it's over. Yeah,
I
think it's certainly over now. So there is no challenge for targeted toxicity.
Well, if they lose here, they'll get another chance later, and they have 2 series that they're playing together.
And they also did the Cluck challenge earlier today.
Right. So they still made a lot of Moonbucks.
Especially in this game alone, they've made some serious cash. But they would like to win. I mean, that's, you know, it's nice to get money, but winning is probably the more important thing here for this.
They definitely can still win here. Wraith King has finished his Maelstrom. He's got a Blink Dagger as well, so he's nicely mobile, and he'll be going for an AC next. So the team is going to have a lot of armor, a lot of AoE attack speed. That should be very effective, especially if one interesting thing about this build that Sumail's doing, it's very good spell amp wise, but generally it doesn't help you become this monster late game, except for just kind of nuking people down. So there might be this super late game scenario where Optic Gaming has Weave, Aura, and they have Lifesteal, and they have AC, and they have so many auras that they just have too much HP damage survivability kind of stuff. So it could be a little all-in on Sven here as we get ultra late game, or force Sumail to change his build a little bit and go a different way.
Yeah, I agree, but it's ways away. I mean, Sumail right now is only level 18. Good blink away from that Slithering Crush. That was really nice. He will probably go for the 150 Shadow Raise damage talent if he is already going for this magic nuke build, so we'll see if he transitions.
Most likely, the evasion's really good too, though.
It is.
I must say. That's a hard question, but I feel like you definitely go the raise damage if you're going Spell Amp and Veil and all this stuff. We'll see what he goes for. It's fun to see the new Shadow Fiend played.
Yeah, and it's still kind of early. 26 minutes of this game. PPD will D-ward at his, where, of course, this Brian used to be, but fine for now. They're going to just kind of split up the map at this point. Fear is farming top lane. He's only got 1 death. He's stolen Slithering Crush. He's a Blink Dagger to work with. I mean, they're just farming across the map, both teams, in fact. But, of course, RTZ is doing it really well.
It looks like EG is thinking about going for Roche. They've got Universe sitting in the pit right now, waiting for the respawn. It's not quite up, about 15 seconds left on that. And once that's up, I could definitely see EG want to take that advantage over their opponents, because their opponents take Aegis so fast that they just can't let them get it for free. It's more like if they don't put effort into killing it, there's going to be an opportunity somewhere where Optic Gaming can spend 50 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever the timer is with the low armor to kill it. So they've got to be proactive here. They see it spawn, they may go for it now.
EG's about to head in. They're going to smoke up. No vision to scout this out, at least for the Optic team. This is going to fall pretty quickly if you're not careful for Optic. You already got the Solar Crest up. You have RTZ not even popping God Strength. And it looks like they're going to be a little bit too late here for Optic to try to contest this.
I mean, it's tough, though. Their opponents have a big gold advantage. They're very mobile, very offensively mobile as well, so it's dangerous if they get on top of you. So I think that's just something that Optic Gaming has to put up with, unfortunately, for them.
Oh, and they will take Aegis. They will take Cheese. They'll try to push out bottom and then perhaps go for some of these Tier 2 towers. There's still a Tier 1 in this bottom lane, so Optic have done a great job keeping this particular wave pushed out as much as possible, but now they're on the hunt.
Yeah, I think it's just dangerous for Optic Gaming to even pressure that lane. I think they're kind of worried about the Shrine, among other things. And even pushing that lane, the only farm that's available to you is basically just the creep wave once you get past your side of the map. So I think it's just not a big priority here if they want to also gain. Because they've definitely done some pressure on Optic Gaming's side. They're looking for core pickoffs in the enemy jungle, but it just hasn't quite worked out in their favor yet.
We haven't seen a kill in some time, it feels like, actually. It's been kind of just farm central for it.
There's definitely been some effort, though, I must say. It hasn't quite happened.
But we will see. Maybe a defense at one of these Tier 2 towers. Against Aegis Cheese, you might just let you definitely let the Tier 1 go. Whether you let the Tier 2 go, probably, I would assume. Tough to fight into God Strength, all of these abilities. So.
And Cheese and Aegis especially is the big one. Very tough. First clip popped. I mean, Aegis is on Shadow Fiend. He's sitting in the mid lane, so hypothetically, if he gets gone on, his team can TP and back him up. So they're actually getting kind of 2 objectives at the same time. Shadow Fiend's farming independently with no issue. He can TP in with BOTs. This is just a really good situation for EG here.
Yeah, and even without the Shadow Fiend, the threat of the bots is still there. He even thinks about Dagon rather. Sumail is going to TP in, and that is kind of insane. No Glyph once more, but Sumail, the amount of damage he's going to pop off, especially once he gets to this level 20 Shadow Raise damage challenge, if he gets it, is insane.
Yeah, it's clear he's going to go all in on magic damage. Really fun to see. Here comes the defense, so Optic comes in.
Cheese guard. Arteezy still is the cheese, mind you. They're going to jump in. Going to the worst follow-up. They need more damage. Raise Fire Blast. No, the Repel was there. Stormhammer coming in to silence. Hit track onto two. Shadow Wave keeping him alive. The Grave on a Pycat. He still obviously has his ultimate, but he's getting dropped down. Slaughter is the first dead. Now they're going to dip it. There's the raise. Reincarnation going. Going to slow down Arteezy as well. Requiem pops up. Pycat might die twice. He will.
Oh,
the double kill for Arteezy. Great Stormhammer. He's going to get a triple kill. Can he get the Ultra? It'll be Universe instead that gets that one in PPD. Telkin needs to stop it, and looks like we are going to go with game number 3.
Not
all 5 bots.
Did they type it? Careful.
No, you're right.
You're a little early, Mod. I know you're excited and all, but that was 5-man white, but the game is not over yet. That's at least one barracks going down at the minimum. There was very little semblance of a team fight that I saw at Optic Gaming there. The stun on 2 heroes was wonderful and looked good, but I think even the Grave on Wraith King wasn't the best thing. I'm not even sure. I feel like it would have been better if they let him die earlier to slow, because their opponents were running them down and they needed to prevent that from happening, but they just got completely shut down, especially with the Fear jumping in with Slithering Crush, grabbing a great AoE stun. All right, Mach, go crazy.
Game 3 GG. Optic will go down. A lot of random. They got plenty of Moonbucks, but it wasn't going to be enough in that particular game. The CCNC mid Dazzle did well early, but as things progressed, they had Sumail going crazy, they had Arteezy going crazy. There was a lot of farm, just too much to do.
It's very safe to say that EG had by far the more conventional draft. The mid Dazzle, it looked kind of cool, but it just does not scale very well. You don't have any natural stuns, so you're kind of working from a weird